You're going to sidekick.
Jake, how are you? I think just white people suck.
Certified love his puss, you know.
Welcome to the show. You're faking cancer.
Yeah.
Certified pussy boy.
When I was 3, I got bit by a tick in my head, and then from the time that I was 3 to when I was 16, I was in and out of wheelchairs.
My name is Jacob Andrew Sharpe. This is Jake Doolittle. Yes, Jake?
So you just changed the subject, but I was about to say something.
That's really
so.
You can't call someone bitch cum.
No,
it's like
no.
8. It's not even 9 in the morning, and you called me bitch cum.
No, it's
Right
almost 9 in the morning, and I'm so energetic.
You're too
I'm
energetic.
crazy.
Yeah, you've got that crazy, silly, goofy energy.
Yeah.
But I'm
feeling
drinking a coffee, and then you called me bitch cum, which isn't that's not like an insult. Those are just two swear words next to each other.
Oh, it's not an insult?
Well, I think it is insulting. There is something.
Maybe not in Canada, but.
Oh yeah, yes, in Bangor, Maine, I forgot that bitch cum is one of the meanest things that you can call somebody.
Sure.
Speaking of Bangor, Maine, it came up in I meant to mention this to you, but it came up in my life recently because I've been listening to Roger Miller, who is like an old folk singer.
Yeah.
And in the song King of the Road, he references Bangor, Maine. As but it's like a sad song of being like, I'm just like a lonely old guy catching trains, playing music, and seeing the United States. But he references Bangor, Maine as one of the sad places he's got to go. So,
well, I mean that's pretty accurate. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
a depressing place.
Yeah. So far, everything I've heard and seen has not been like. There's never. I haven't heard one thing of being like, you gotta go check out Maine.
Yeah, and honestly, I would spend all of my Delta points to get you from Toronto to Bangor, Maine, because it would be a blast to see you in a place like this. And I know that there are places like this in Canada, but it's different. Well, I feel like America is so extreme in all their ways.
Yeah, every time I go to the States, it's when you go grocery shopping. It's always when you go grocery shopping as a Canadian in the States, and they have all the stuff that you've heard about. Like every cereal is what you think it's an idea that a kid had.
Yes,
like Cookie Crisp and all that shit.
Count Chocula.
Well, we don't have Count Chocula, but you have all the crazy bullshit cereal that that's something that a child one day I remember being a kid and being like, we should make Pop-Tart cereal. We should make Pop-Tart cereal, and that exists, but it only exists in the United States.
Yeah, we should make cereal but bigger. They have bigger. Jumbo size cereal.
Yes. Or at least here we have somewhat healthy cereal. Mm-hmm. You guys just eat candy. You just eat candy with milk.
Yeah. If there was a cereal shortage in America, Raisin Bran would always still be there.
Oh, always. Yeah, even during an apocalypse.
Yeah.
Raisin Bran would definitely stand the test of time.
Or Life. Ugh.
Okay, but you know what the fucked up thing is I know people eat Life, but they just scoop sugar, tablespoons of sugar into their cereal.
If you put sugar in your cereal, that's insane.
Yes. But that means that either means that the cereal sucks or that we've ruined people's palates when it comes to breakfast.
Sure. Yeah. They crave sugar first thing in the morning. Yeah.
So I had pancakes yesterday, so this Life cereal really isn't hitting for me.
Yeah. This
is kind of bad.
Doing it. Yeah.
But if we have any brown sugar kicking around, I think that'll make this a whole lot better. And then you're just eating Sugar Crisp.
Yes. Yeah.
But
so there's no difference.
It's because I grew up in a small town filled with white people who weren't very good. Now, but there is still like there isn't like an Ontario Day.
Here
And
we
I know
go.
I'm referencing your last video, Main Day, but
Mhm.
there is an Ontario Day where every white person goes out and throws up onto the street. Every college
Sure.
kid puts a funnel in their butt and thinks that that's like patriotic. I
Sure.
that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And everyone in where I grew up is like, we like I'm from Kingston, which has Queen's University, which is
Mhm.
famously a school for pieces of shit.
Mhm.
And but we and like there's homecoming, and that's a disaster. And there's
Of
lots of
course.
stuff about Queens that isn't great. But
Mhm.
we don't have anything close to what I saw in that video.
Sure.
That was
Sure.
like
So,
watching, like it's like the Mad Max of like
mhm.
university homecomings.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's not homecoming, right? It's like a going away party,
Yeah.
which
Oh
is
yeah. It's the end of the year.
yeah, and also we have homecoming. So it's like so so we're starting off the year with underage drinking and throwing up and
Yeah. Yeah.
hospitalizations, and we're ending it with essay and I guess just like a bunch of and being roofied. So
Yeah.
it's
Exactly. Well, and the yeah, and I don't understand. So it's not a real day. It's one of
okay.
these days that are like. It's one of these days that are like. It's been passed down like it's not on a calendar.
No,
It
it's
wouldn't come up
it's
on your Google alerts saying it's Happy Main Day.
no, but for you main students, like class is canceled. Like it's supposed to be started in 1935. It's supposed to be a day of service. It's supposed to be something that's like where people go out and they clean up and they keep Maine beautiful, right? Because Maine is known
Right.
for like its landscape and its shores and like stuff like that. So the goal of this is to have the 10,000 students that go to University of Maine go out and help out. You know what I mean? They made
Well,
they made like something like 50,000 meals for a local for a bunch of different food banks in Maine uh,
that's nice.
that day, which is super cool.
That's
Something like
incredible.
20 people ended up making 50,000 meals.
So then,
And then
who are the idiots then that you recorded? Because I don't believe that those were the.
that's everyone else.
So that's just so there are people who take it seriously. There are people who are like, no, this is a day off, and we're gonna try and do some good. Or
Some. But
some.
it's like it's the kids who have consciences. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's and honestly, so for the frats and the sororities, they're supposed to start their day with something of service, but what they ended up doing and what I read online was that they ended up um, just going out for 10 minutes and picking up trash, and then they called that a day of service. And then
Nice.
I don't know if you saw how much trash they caused uh, on
Oh, I
that
sure
day.
did. I sure
Y-
did.
So
They
it's sort of
yeah, they turned that street into a whole like into an entire dumpster. It would look like a
mhm.
dump.
Yeah.
It was
Hmm.
I actually like I was in shock that entire video.
It's ridiculous. And also, I want to know your opinion on this. If you go up to my camera, right? And I'm going to get
Yeah.
a little testy.
Yep.
If you go up to my camera and I say, "Can I interview you?" and they say, "Yes." And then I interview you,
Yep.
don't DM me afterwards asking to be taken out of the video. Just because you look like a fucking idiot
Yeah. Maybe
doesn't mean
yeah.
that
Maybe
I
you
can.
shouldn't have been acting like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, it's
Hmm.
it's interesting.
Hmm.
To
Yeah.
to the to the couple people I
Yeah.
ended up taking out of the video.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I
It's awesome.
yeah, no, yeah. There's video footage of me murdering somebody. I don't think it makes me look too good. Could
No, no,
you
no. Yeah.
delete that just so, people don't think I'm a bad guy?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna go back to murdering, but if we go put the cameras down, because I don't want people to know that I'm a murderer. You know?
Sure. Sure.
No, I'm not saying that they're murderers, but they are definitely, uh, you know, they're murdering the good streets
Their
of Maine.
livers.
Yeah, their livers.
Mm.
See, that's okay. When you would hear, when you hear like older, like our parents' generation be like, "Oh yeah, we used to get crazy back in the day when I was your age."
Yeah.
Uh,
You drank 3 beers.
yeah, you drank like 3 beers and you probably got into like a shoving match. And then like our generation is going to be like, "Yeah, I melted down a bunch of Molly and I put it into my
Yeah.
eyelid and then
Mhm.
I filled my penis hole with 2 quarts of vodka." And
Yeah. Yeah.
and then I was still fine. And I
Mhm.
lived to tell the tale. Our
Yes.
generation's fucked. It's
Seriously. One of my close friends drank, and this is not an over exaggeration. She drank 18 White Claws.
whoa. Almost
18 White Claws.
almost like a full case.
No, it's a 12. She bought a 12 pack and then took 6 from somebody else.
Wow. That's
What?
amazing. I mean, not amazing, but
$18?
it's astounding.
Yes. That's fucking crazy.
Man, and it's like, and then like, what's crazy is that we are, I think our generations, whether you're a millennial or a Gen Z or what, it doesn't matter. The young, all us young people have totally made binge drinking like totally okay. Blacking
Yes.
out is like a normal thing.
Yeah, it's
It's
a
like a thing
goal.
that
Yeah.
people brag about.
Mm-hmm.
That's so scary.
Yeah.
That there's some people that we all just get so drunk that it's lights on, no one's home, and we are
Yeah.
just walking around like everything's
Yeah.
totally okay. That's terrifying.
Completely not conscious of what you're doing, which is super cool.
It's super cool. It's really cool. And then we all wake up in the morning and we want to die.
Mhm.
And
And then
I
you
did
wake
that.
up in the morning and want to die, and then you want to get yourself cut out of a video, which
Yeah.
is awesome.
But
Yeah.
that's the thing is like when you get interviewed by somebody, and I'm not gonna say that anyone who makes a video walking around filming drunk people, I'm not putting you or me or anyone else on like a big high horse. But it's
Mm.
not the same as like when there's like an embarrassing story of you on like Instagram. You can't go, "Hey, can you
No.
delete that?" It's not like that.
No.
No.
You
I
signed up for it.
Yeah, I asked you.
Hmm.
Sure you were 18 White Claws deep, but
Hmm.
I asked you.
Yeah. You're out here.
You're out
So,
here.
but
Well,
but
yeah, and
I
it's like, yeah, I filmed you when you were shitting in the street at 1 p.m. Sorry, maybe you shouldn't have
yeah.
been shitting in the street at 1 p.m.
Yeah, it's good content. I don't know what to tell
Yeah,
you.
I
But
don't know
a
what to
couple
tell
of
you.
news articles were written about it, so
What?
yeah.
About your video?
Yeah, because it was just people saying it was a day of service and now this is what it is, um and also got fined uh some money, not going to say by who exactly, but got fined some money for being part of Main Day, which rocks.
Well,
Um
because I will say you are the one person with video footage of you being there,
I
which
yeah, but
sucks.
everybody's on Snapchat and Instagram, and
Yep.
like I'm not drinking,
No,
right?
no.
And I don't drink, but I do know someone who doesn't really like drinking, but it seemed to have a good time. What, a day ago? A
Who,
couple days
me?
ago?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I drank and I shouldn't have. It was old Kurt Boy's birthday, and I drank, and I yesterday was awful. I
We were supposed to record yesterday.
Yesterday, but unfortunately I was puking and shitting all day. Sorry. Oh yeah, get your bingo cards, everybody. Puke and shit. We're on.
Yeah.
Mark that off.
Yep.
Jacob Andrew Sharpe. Blood out all holes. How about that? Blood out all holes. Ow. Ow. Blood out all holes. It hurt like I have been I'm trying to be as off the hooch as I can. Don't want to be on the creature just because it
Sure.
makes me it doesn't make me feel good. And I like big shock that alcohol doesn't make a guy who went through cancer treatment feel great. It doesn't make anyone feel
Sure.
good normally, but then like, yeah, it's every time it's just it's an emergency. But
Mm.
so I'm trying, but I had the best night.
Good.
Curtis had an incredible birthday. We had a lot of fun. But I didn't drink, and I didn't drink like excessive amounts. I didn't drink like an absurd amount, like not much more than I like would have back in the day, in my heyday. But like, yeah, I can't actually my body can't do it. Like yesterday, I was like really, really sick. Eilish went off. She went off to work. She was like, I was a little hungover, but it wasn't like that bad.
Mm-hmm.
And even I had to go get my car from Curtis's, and I saw Curtis and he was fine. Jenna was fine. It was just me who was like, am I the only one who's been shitting blood all morning, or is that just me? You guys are okay? Even the birthday boy didn't shit any blood. Just me. Got it.
Yeah.
Good.
That's so frustrating because it's like I know like Curtis's tolerance is pretty good, but also like the thing that amazes me is that Dean can drink and scream all night.
Yep.
And that's it. And then he wakes up
He's fine.
and he's fine.
But it's
His voice
also,
is normal.
Dean
Yeah.
will literally drink like 2 or 3 beers and he's like,
That's true.
I'm blackout drunk. He'll look through you, which I love.
Yeah.
But yeah, everyone was fine. But I think it's just because I'm trying to. I don't know if I want to be completely sober, but I definitely just don't. Alcohol, I don't know. Like it's like even if I wanted to have like a glass of wine with dinner at home, I can't get through it because the acidity ruins my stomach.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm getting old. Maybe I don't. It could be the combination of. No?
I can't drink.
You can't drink. Yeah.
I drank like twice, and I was.
Oh yeah, because you can legally drink now.
Yeah.
And you
And it
you're
hurts
one of
my
those guys
stomach.
that are like, I'm not drinking until the law says I can. Like there's only like I think it might just be you.
I think it's just me because I'm such an asshole in like usually, but for some reason I'm like I'm not going to drink before I'm 21. Like that's just a line that I've set, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
Um,
But then you
but
texted me and you
I
were
have
like, I'm
no
halfway through a
more
Vizzy and I'm
else.
blackout drunk. Is
Yeah,
that what you were drinking? A Vizzy, or what were you drinking? You were drinking
I was drinking a Truly.
a Truly.
Yeah, and also do not say halfway through. I took about 3 sips and it was pretty crazy. Halfway through is a stretch.
See, that might fix main day. Everyone just wait till you're 21, then you'll save tons of cash.
Yeah.
Don't-
Take antibiotics so that your stomach's fucked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to get like a bunch of surgeries and you're not going to believe what booze does to you. Ooh, wait.
Yeah.
You will be super weak at the knees.
Oh
yeah.
You're fucked.
How are you feeling after surgery?
I feel good. My legs are really bruised.
Yeah.
I like more so than I expected. I guess it makes sense because they took out a bunch of stuff, and I think I'll text you a photo of my knees. I'm not gonna put it in the video,
What?
but
Come on, screen share those knees.
I feel like yeah, it's not good for.
Will it make me
for
puke
YouTube,
blood?
I don't think it'll make you puke blood, but you'll go, oh, buddy, that looks uncomfortable.
Were you having the fear because you got metal plates removed from your knees?
Mm-hmm.
Did you have a fear that like you would stand up and you'd be like whoa, like it would like you would have Bambi legs?
Yeah, I was wondering if my like stability would be like it would be like I was Bambi on ice. No, I feel good. I guess it's just definitely I feel kind of I do feel a little weak and different. But I texted you the photo of my knees. Definitely not good for YouTube, but
Let's see. Let's see. Live reaction to my buddy's knees.
I just
Put
looked
that in the
like
thumbnail. My friend's knees ruined my life.
and I shit and puked blood.
Whoa, yeah. Buddy,
Isn't that crazy?
they're like, whoa. It actually looks like you were rolling around in mud. It like
Isn't that crazy? That's all bruise.
it looks like you ran through a swamp.
I
Oh,
know. It looks like I
man.
haven't showered. Yeah.
But whoa, look at those. I wish we could show, but it's a lot. But
Yeah.
wow, it's like yeah, like they really got in there. Holy. Those are like big incisions.
Oh yeah. Oh fucking trust me.
Dude.
I've been wearing shorts like the last couple days, and I'm like, I feel like empowered.
I've
And
been
I'm
wearing
like, here are
shorts
my
because I got a new tattoo,
wounds.
but
Ooh, I saw your new tattoo.
kitty
It's
cat.
beautiful.
Thank you.
It's looks like my cat.
Yeah. Our cats with their little penis faces.
You said that, and then I said that to Hannah, and that made us. We laughed, and then we looked at our beautiful little kitten's face, and we couldn't unsee it.
Yep.
And you said that there's a little white cock on my cat's face.
I didn't say just on your cat's face, but whatever cat we have, I don't know what type it is, because Trigger and I forget your cat's name again.
Goosey.
Goosey. Trigger and Goosey are the same type of cat, and I don't know. I don't know what.
It is.
That's the thing. Everyone knows like dog breeds. No one knows what type of cat they have.
No.
No one knows.
No.
I know like I think a calico cat.
Yep. Siamese.
Siamese.
Let's
okay.
keep naming cats.
A Bengal.
Oh. Maine Coon.
Oh, whoa. Okay. Yep. A sweet little kitty cat.
Oh, sweet little kitten.
And I
Little
think that's
meowser.
a little meowser. Yeah, a little meow meow. Dude,
Yeah.
okay, the amount of names that Trigger has now from Eilish and I. So there's Trigger, Triggy, and or sometimes when I go cat, Bundy, Boom Boom, Boomy, Boomer, Gumby, Gumbo, Doobie, Lady. I'm trying to think. But we have a lot of names. We have a lot of names for our silly little cat. And we're just yelling at the matter because we think it's adorable.
Yeah, I've realized that cats, we show so much love to cats, and like we have all these different names. Also, my cat doesn't know where the fuck it is at any time.
No. Trigger has no clue. She has no clue.
I was talking to Hannah and I was like, I feel like Goosey wakes up and it's like 50 First Dates and like has to like fall in love with us throughout the day.
Yep. Like there's a
and then
video
wakes
that
up and has no clue who we are.
There's a video of you and Hannah being like, "Hi Goosey.
Hi.
You have this rare thing where you don't remember where you are because you're a cat, but we're your parents. And we take care and like but it's when a cat wakes up, it's all brand new again. And I wish that I had that wonder and that like wonderment of being like everything's brand new again. Because the way cats wake up and then they just like look at you like meow, 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 and they're just like they're excited. They're like, I get to eat again. Amazing. It's I love. Yeah, if I could live like a cat, I easily would. Sleeping under beds, puking all day. I mean, I kind of do that, but
you are a cat.
I am a
was
cat.
gonna say.
Yeah, cancer. If anyone's wondering, if you are a recovering cancer patient, it's just look at what a cat does, and that's mostly what you'll do.
Yeah, you're just a cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just a cat.
That's so funny. Are you okay? Would you say that you're a cat person more than a dog person?
I used to be a dog person, and as soon as we got Trigger, I am fully a cat person now.
I
I love dogs. I love all animals. Recently I've been really on the idea of getting a duck. I would really love to get a duck.
Oh, ducks are nice.
Ducks are awesome. But
I love ducks. Quick little side story. I grew up on a farm
yep.
in New Hampshire,
Yep.
and there was a customer who would come in and walk her goose, like an actual goose, and it had a diaper and a leash, and she was out there, but it was a goose.
That's
It
the
was
cutest thing ever.
Yeah,
And that goose might have hated that it had to wear a
yes.
diaper. But
Mhm.
which is, that's more proof that human beings, we just project human emotions onto animals and that they don't know what's going on.
Sure.
And that having a pet is imprisonment. But that's adorable. Even though,
it is
forget everything I just said, a goose in a diaper, that's adorable.
on a leash,
Yep.
like walking your goose. That's adorable.
Yep, that's the cutest thing I've ever heard.
You ever wanted to take Trigger outside?
We have a leash for her.
Mhm.
The farthest we've gotten is just like outside on our balcony. She does okay some days. Like she'll actually like hang out there, but it's as soon as she steps outside, she crouches and just waits until she's put back inside because she's like, uh-oh, I don't think I'm prepared for this. And I'm like, no, you don't have front claws because you're like 15.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because she was declawed before it became illegal to declaw.
Yeah.
So she can't do shit. She's also a cat with an eating disorder, so I don't think she can do much anyways.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
That's classic. My cat has herpes that never goes away.
What?
My cat has feline herpes that never goes away. And so she sneezes, she goes into sneezing fits, and we have to wipe her nose because little boogies come out.
Is that what herpes is?
For cats,
cats?
herpes is like a almost like allergies. There's like flare ups, and it's like sneezing and like scratchy ears, and
They should not call that herpes then.
I agree because it seems like if I say that my cat has herpes, then they go, "Oh, I'm sorry. Like you need to get medication," and like
Well, yeah, and I'm sure like I think there's just still so much stigma around herpes.
Yeah.
So like I could see people coming over to your house and you saying, "Yeah, my cat has feline herpes." I could see some people being like, "I don't want to pet your cat." Based off of that information.
But also, if you come over and I say my cat has feline herpes, and you go, "Can I get it?" Then I go, "Well, fuck
yeah."
you know?
I hope you do actually because you're an idiot.
I hope you're a breakthrough
definitely.
case.
Yeah. I think yeah. Wait, am I allowed to breathe in your house then, or if I eat?
Yeah.
So wait, because I don't like fucking cats. I don't want everyone to think that I fuck cats because I don't. I just wanted to be sure that I don't get feline herpes so people don't think that I fuck cats. But I don't fuck cats.
Shane Dawson was the first person to transmit feline herpes. Do you know his story?
Did he fuck a cat? No, he didn't.
He on a podcast, and this is now this is something about this PC culture we really got to take care of is we need to be able to fuck cats without these liberal snowflakes coming after us.
You can't fuck anything these days without getting feline herpes. Am I right, Shane Dawson? What an idiot. He didn't. No way.
So, okay.
If he did that, we should all, like, he should be in jail. Are you fucking kidding?
This is the story that he told on a podcast. And this is, again, you got to be careful on these podcasts because you're talking for so many minutes and it's like people are just going to come after whatever you say.
Exactly. They'll take it out of context and all of a sudden you're the guy who fucked a cat because you fucked a cat. The hell?
So he said that when he was 20 years old, he was a virgin. Also, of course he was.
Of course he was.
And he said it was a clip from a podcast, and he said that he pleasured himself while on top of a cat. And
What?
honestly, if you're someone who does that, you're done. You know what I mean? There's no recovering this there's no recovering.
Yeah.
And he said it in a way where he was like, yeah, like, isn't that so funny? Like, we all do crazy stuff. And it's like, no,
No, that's a living thing.
yeah.
Yeah, one, uh, gross to think about him doing anything sexual with his body. That might not
For
be
sure.
fair, but yuck. He
Yeah.
sucks in so many regards that I don't care to think about him doing that. But on top of a cat, was it his cat
Sure.
or was it another person's cat?
It was his cat.
That's
Thank
so
goodness.
fucked up. What a piece of shit loser. Maybe I'll be the first to say it. Shane Dawson is a piece of shit loser. That's disgusting.
Hey,
I
just a tip as a YouTuber. God, talking about him gets many views.
Okay,
So
good. Maybe I'll lay into
I,
that because
I've got 3 Shane Dawson
videos.
videos planned right
yeah,
now. So
there you go. But dude, ew! Don't jerk off on top of a cat.
yeah,
That's an animal. You piece of shit.
Yeah. And he said it on a podcast like 5 years ago, which isn't that long ago. Like, he's like 30 something or 30 something. And he's like, yeah, like, isn't that so crazy? And it's like, no. I made a joke in one of my videos that Shane Dawson has built like an upside down triangle,
That's
and
really
so am
funny.
I.
That's really funny.
So it's not like
That's really funny.
it's not offensive because so am I.
Yeah.
But to picture him with straddling a cat, you know what I'm saying, is uh one of the most fascinating things. It
I
should
don't
be
think
studied.
it's fascinating. I think we should put him in a jail cell and lock the door.
He also said that trigger warning. Trigger warning. Children. I don't know. I don't know how to do that.
Statutory?
Trigger
Is that what
warning.
you're trying to?
No, I feel it. If you say trigger warning pedophilia, isn't that counterintuitive? Because isn't pedophilia as a word triggering?
Yeah, yeah. I think you could say, sexual abuse.
Okay. He on
Sexual
another
abuse of a minor.
podcast.
Yeah.
On another podcast, he was saying how when he was 26, he was wondering, and I already said my trigger warning, so I'm going to say this.
Okay, so skip ahead, everybody.
So skip ahead. He said that he wanted to know what it felt like to be a pedophile, so he looked up naked babies to see what it looked like, and then he said, and honestly, they were kind of sexy, and that's recorded on a podcast. 26.
How is
15 million
he not
subs.
in jail?
Right.
Dude, what? You don't search up something like that to see what it feels like. Are you insane?
That's like killing to see what killing is like.
I'm sick. I'm so sick of these fucking idiot YouTubers.
Always a white guy.
Always a white
a
guy.
white guy.
I think we've seen enough that Shane Dawson doesn't need to be. I think we can take away privileges of being online.
Oh yeah,
Like,
for sure.
I'm sick of everyone being like, well, no, I think like people like defending him and bullshit. Fuck
Yeah.
that. No, he's a grown up. He's a grown ass person.
Yeah.
I think we can take away. He needs to learn a fucking lesson. That guy should have his privileges of being online stripped away from him because that's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
That's fucking gross.
It's so gross.
I think we need to do the equivalent of sending him to his room and grounding him. And that that I mean we need to put him in jail and he can't do anything for a long time because that guy sounds fucked up.
Yeah, it's crazy. And now he just started a podcast where he goes, "Oh, I've been canceled." Like it's like I don't know. It's like
Well,
when Dalia came back.
Yeah,
you know what I
it's
mean?
Like like everyone's like, yeah, they tried.
Yeah.
Like who? I'm sick of people being like, yeah, people are kind of mad at me online, but I didn't learn my lesson, so fuck
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were right, but fuck them. Like,
Yeah.
it's just I yeah this idea of infamy,
Mm.
like being famous for bad things or not being like,
Yeah.
I just it's really really annoying. Like when people are like they want to be they want to be a headline, like they want to be a centerpiece of drama, like they want
Yeah.
like that to me is like the epitome of clickbait and the
Yeah.
epitome of just doing stuff like this for views and just doing stuff like this to so they can be famous. There's no art or integrity or anything
No.
like enjoyable about that. When you know that someone is clinging to infamy because it
Mm.
means that they're like when people say, "Oh, all no press is bad press" or whatever that shit is.
Yeah.
That's not true.
Yeah. Then you've never been canceled online.
Yeah, like you're risking your dignity as a human being and
Yeah.
perpetuating negative things. Like someone like Dalia, like still perpetuating the fact that, yo, you groomed young women. Like, and
Mm-hmm.
him being like, nah, I'm back. Like that still
I'm a
perpetuates,
dad
I'm
now.
a dad now. Like
Great.
that still perpetuates the idea that that is okay and that like, and I'm fine with everyone like, getting a second chance, and I'm fine with people proving that they can be better. But like the people who really cling to that shit, it's gross because you're now using it to to propel your career. When people are like, "Yeah, I've been canceled
Yeah.
this many times," like Trisha Paytas is a perfect example of
Absolutely.
constantly doing shit to piss people off.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yes, okay, yeah, you're proving that, oh, you're gonna go viral, and you're just doing it as a laugh, haha. But it still affects people when you
Yeah. I
say
mean,
stuff like I was like Shane Dawson saying that he searched that to know what it feels
yeah.
like. Whether you're joking or not,
It's
it's
crazy.
crazy harmful, and it's like not
Yeah.
okay to do or joke about. Like that's just like fucked.
Yeah. I so and also like it's interesting because have you have you ever been canceled?
No,
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, no, I don't
Because
think so.
I think I'm on number 3
Number three,
of being canceled.
but
First time was super duper duper public, right?
yeah, yeah, I remember that.
Second time I said something about Kanye West on Twitter and uh what was it? Something like 5 million people saw it and BuzzFeed wrote an article about it. So
No,
that's good.
they BuzzFeed didn't write a negative article about it though.
No, they didn't. But just the 5,000 quote retweets saying that Jake Doolittle is is a white guy trying to tear black people down
Right.
is, a little harmful.
Yeah. Yeah.
But also like I, the tweet that I said was Kanye West made it. Kanye West new music video is of him decapitating and killing Pete
Yeah.
Davidson. Can we stop calling actual death threats art?
Yep.
And it took off,
Yep. Oh, I remember it.
and
It was a great
I
tweet.
think that's
I think
fair.
it's a valid point.
Um, and then as of 2 days ago, I was getting canceled, but locally, and that one's a scary one
That one's a scary one because there's going to be people who are going to try and find where you live. That's not
because
great.
no, that is really scary because there is a app in America called Yik Yak.
Oh, I know Yik Yak. I've heard of this thing.
Okay, and you can post anonymously, and you see all the posts within 5 miles. Okay, I went on 2 days ago because I was curious to see what it was like.
Right.
Because of course they were going to post about my video because it's the most viewed thing that anything in
In Maine
fucking
is.
bumfuck
Yeah.
has seen. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And so I went on, and it was like It was there was a thread of 50 comments saying it's really cute that Jake Doolittle asked permission to post us being interviewed. And then it was like, just kidding, he didn't, and I'm filing a claim with YouTube, which they did.
Cool.
And so, like, one girl reached out to me, was super duper nice about it, and was like, hey, there's like 3 seconds in this, and I was in this and I was drunk, and if I was just drunk, then I would be fine with it. But I went over to a guy's house, and I usually have a good tolerance, but on my way back, I started to feel woozy, and I was like, okay, well, then that's gone. You know what I mean?
Yep,
I'll delete
yep,
that.
yep.
She was like, I genuinely feel like I was drugged, and I don't want that on the internet. And I was like, okay,
That's 100% fair.
reach out to me.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's like a much like that's a serious
That's a much bigger
thing.
problem. Yeah. And then a guy filed a claim with YouTube saying that I was infringing on his privacy, trying to get my channel a strike. And if viewers don't know, 3 strikes and you're banned off of the platform.
Yeah.
And even 1 strike, you get limited ads.
Yeah.
So, I basically contacted him and was like, I will edit you out, and I'm sorry, but there's no reason for this. And then I think I saw something along the lines of like maybe 20 separate posts of me, also supposed to be an anonymous app, but everybody's saying my name, which is awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
So that one's freaky. Like, for a day I didn't leave the house because I was like, because everybody around here goes to the school and has seen that video. So it's like, I don't know. But I went out and like 3 people stopped me and said that the video was great, which is awesome.
That's great. But the thing is like, what's okay? Because if someone comes forward and they don't want to be a part of that, I get it. I get when people are like, I don't like the way that portrays me, blah 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 blah. Because I don't believe that anyone is a bad person.
No,
I don't believe that there's no child that's born bad. But you went out to I think your biggest goal of that video, correct me if I'm wrong, but your biggest goal of that video was not to show anyone not showing any one particular person doing something wrong or trying to make someone feel embarrassed or anything like that. But what you're trying to do is show that this day has shifted from one thing to another. What you're trying to show is that you guys, we say that Main Day is this big thing where we're helping the city, but this is what it is in reality. And I think that's what it was trying to portray. It wasn't against one person. It was against the idea of a bunch of college students destroying a street and acting really stupid.
And by the way, that street is a parking lot of an apartment complex.
Yes, exactly.
So
it's a neighborhood. There's people who live there. And I think the other thing too is that with things like that young woman messaging you and saying, I think I was drugged. That's another thing about that day that needs to stop, because
the whole area,
So it's like, well, and obviously take that out if she wants that to be taken out. But that's more proof that day shouldn't be happening. It's more proof that there's a lot worse things happening there that isn't on camera. That yes, you did some silly interviews and you caught some people doing some stupid things. But there's there's people who are worried they got drugged. There's people who probably got too drunk. There's people who were putting them. There's people who were in serious danger. There's people who
Oh,
are
yeah.
capitalizing on that shit, and it's just I think that's like showing the issue of like the party atmosphere and the bad stuff that can actually happen.
Yeah.
And I get that people are like, yeah, I don't. But the thing is like, if this was, let's say this was like a Barstool Sports video of being like, look how fucking crazy Main Day is or whatever. Like, if it was like one of those videos that were like, and then it was just like I don't know, one of those accounts that are, and it just shows like a guy like, smashing a beer off his head and fucking sculling it. Like,
Yes. Yeah.
then they would be like, oh, sick, I made it onto fucking Lad Bible or whatever.
Yes.
But because it portrays them in a negative light and it shows how stupid this day is, that's when they don't like it. Because it's the same side of like, now that they're being shown, if it was shown positively, they'd be fine with it. They'd be fine with them, doing a beer bong and then shitting in the street. But because you did it from a perspective of like, hey, this needs to stop, that's why they're upset.
Yeah, which is
most part.
really interesting
For the most part.
Yeah,
But,
yes.
So I get that some people are like, hey, I would really prefer if I'm not involved in this because but well, yeah, when people are like, that's like an infringement on like my privacy and stuff, like it's just like, I don't know. The whole thing's tricky, but it's just,
but the posts have died down, so I'm not worried about my safety right now.
Good. Well, if anyone comes,
and everybody's moving home.
Yeah, exactly.
From the school right now.
Going back to Idaho or wherever the fuck everyone's from,
Yeah, Massachusetts is usually where everyone's from. The people who couldn't make the state schools in Mass.
Yeah. Yeah, go Celtics. Fuck Boston.
Yeah, fuck you. Fuck Kyrie. Shut up.
Yeah, yeah, Kyrie's still on the Celtics, right?
Yeah. I haven't told you this yet. I forgot to tell you this. I have flights booked and a hotel in 6 days to go to a YouTube boxing match in Tampa, Florida.
Who are you seeing? Oh, I've seen. I've seen this advertised. I've seen the people who are in there's like a ton of YouTubers doing this boxing thing, right?
A fuck ton, yeah. And it's a bunch of different people, but like,
yeah, I think like what's his name, Matt Watson from Super Mega doing it, and like
both of Super Mega.
Oh, okay.
Streamers and like a bunch of different super popular people, and it's at a sold out arena with 10,000 people, and they approved me to shoot photos and record video there. So
dope.
I sort of invested in myself and bought the flights in the hotel and thought, I mean, might as well, right? The content that will come out of it will be exciting.
Yeah.
So fuck it,
But they're paying you to go down there?
No.
Oh, you're just going down there. Mm-hmm. Hey, well, that'd be good.
It's like when I shoot concerts or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I go down there and get content.
Yep.
And they get photos or whatever. But hopefully I'll make it back in AdSense, and I'm not $1 million in debt, because that's how much it cost, was $1 million.
$1 million, huh?
Tampa, Florida. Yeah.
I bet.
Well, $1 million.
Tampa could really use it. Tampa's been down bad forever, so.
Yeah, it seems like it. One of my buddies is in the Orlando, Tampa area who helps me edit my videos, and he says it's a nightmare.
Yeah, for sure. I believe it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm excited to go this summer, but we all know.
What's this summer?
Tour.
Oh,
it's
what tour?
The Curtis Connor live tour featuring Jacob Sharpe and Dean Barry Hebsher.
And how do you get tickets?
You get tickets at curtisconnor.com/tickets. That's posted anywhere on
Nice.
Instagram, Twitter, or you can just type it into Google because you're a grown-up, and if you want to do something, you type it in. I love when people are like, well, where do I get it? And it's like, type in
Yeah, HTTPS.
https:// www.curtisconnor.com/tickets. I think that's how you do a website. Yeah. Then you press enter on your keyboard, take your little mouse, scroll down to whatever city you want to go to, click it, and then you'll click your
Buy
seats.
all the tickets.
Buy all the tickets. Yeah. Click all the seats for your family and friends. And then you're going to enter your little credit card number, the expiry date, the little number on the back, and then
place order. And then post your ticket confirmation.
And
we'll
then
repost
we'll
it
repost
as
it.
long as it's all the tickets in the theater.
You got it. And then you save it to your phone. Wait until the date. Get dropped off or get picked up. Or get an Uber or drive. I don't know what your situation is. Go to the venue. Find your seats. Maybe get some popcorn, a pop. Get some glossettes if you're a chocolate-covered raisin person. Sit down, chit chat with the people while the show's getting ready to start. It'll probably start 15 minutes later than we said it would. And then just enjoy the comedy of Jacob Andrew Sharpe, Dean Barry Hepburn, Curtis Matthew Kenneth Connor, and maybe
and then afterwards you leave a good review on Ticketmaster.
Buy a shirt. I don't know.
Buy a shirt.
Get an Uber
buy
home.
every shirt.
You get an Uber home. Tuck yourself into your little bed, have a couple dreams, wake up the next day, and then live your life. That's how you go to our shows.
And then you wake up and you go to work. And then we just keep going.
You go to work, and then you work at your job.
And hopefully you get married.
Yep. You have, I don't know, 5 or 6 kids. You buy a house or 2 houses. I don't know what you do for work.
2 houses.
You get 2 houses. Some people got 2 houses. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then maybe you bring your kids to our show again in 20 years.
Yeah. True.
Pass it down, generation to generation. Generational comedy by Curtis, Dean, and Jacob. Maybe see Jake there, Snap a couple pics.
Maybe.
Get your picture taken.
Maybe.
Develop it at a Walmart, and then frame it in your house.
Sure.
How about that?
Yeah. Then post a picture of that photo.
Tag
all of us.
Tag all of us. And I'll repost it because I love seeing when people have fun at the shows.
Sure.
Even your kids. When you got your kids. Because I'll be doing this.
Yeah.
I'll be doing this for a long time.
I've been doing this for a lifetime, I guess.
Yeah, I guess you could say I've been dedicating my entire life to this.
It's true.
And now it means the world to me because I almost died.
Yeah, you got cancer for this. You got cancer for comedy.
Yeah, that's what I think. I ran out of material, and I was like, what's the funniest thing that you can do with your brain? Ow.
Yeah.
Ouchie.
Ouch.
Ouchie.
Take it out.
Knock on wood.
You can't?
Knock on wood, because there's a boner in my head.
There's a boner. Oh.
Yeah, my tumor's got a boner.
Oh my god. Gross.
You want to answer a question?
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
This question is from Andy. You guys have both mentioned having ADHD before. How has that affected your illnesses, and or how have your illnesses affected your ADHD? Jacob, you want to take it away?
Yeah, well, I was, as a youngin', I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's the podcast, but I get off the rails sometimes. And I have trouble focusing a lot. I always have. And when I was a youngin', I was a very hyperactive child. And I was sometimes that would get me in trouble. But for the most part, I wasn't one of those kids that were like, I wasn't act out a lot. I was just distracting. But I was a pretty polite kid. But some of my teachers were like, you might want to get Jacob tested. But my folks were like, we don't really want to because we don't want him to be medicated. And I'm so happy my parents didn't. Because they were like, we'll let him, we'll just help him figure it out. And for the most part, I was fine in school. But it was later, after I had finished treatment, and then finally my therapist was like, wanted to do some tests for ADHD, and she was like, "Yep, you passed with flying colors. You got a heap of it." And I think the cool thing about not really like going through life and not really knowing that I had it or anything like that. It helped me, like, I don't know, develop skills to deal with it. Not deal with it, but how to use it properly and how to, I don't know.
Yeah.
And now in my adult life, knowing that I have it, because it's just like, all it is my brain works differently. You know, that's all it
Yeah.
is just, and I just I have tools now that I can use to, you know, help myself, you know, work properly and understand why I do certain things and how to, you know, just help myself.
Yeah.
But the way it affected my I don't think it affected my illness at all. I think I think it was actually really helpful because whenever I can like lock in and focus, I'm set. Like I can block everything out. Like I won't be able to. It sucks sometimes because someone will try to talk to me. Like I'm bad at texting and also doing other stuff.
No. What?
Yeah, I
What
know.
do you mean?
Everyone hates it because I just stare at my phone and I can't hear a word people say.
Yeah.
But once I'm locked in on something, I'm locked in. So I think when I was focused on treatment and when I was focused on that stuff, I was very locked in on all my stuff, and I was trying to be because I know when people get sick, it's hard to hear what doctors are saying. It's hard to hear that stuff because it's like, it's very overwhelming, but I felt like I was very focused. I also had a lot of help from Eilish and my mom, like, you know, helping me with everything and understanding everything. But I felt like I was pretty locked in, and I was pretty, like, it just helped me, I think, understand how I wanted my story to go and how I wanted to tell my story and how I wanted to, you know, how I think it just was helpful for me really focusing on, you know, how it was going to affect me emotionally and how I was going to deal with that. So I think my ADHD, it's definitely a big part of who I am, and it just helps me every day.
Yeah, I think sort of learning to cope with it. Like I was offered ADHD medicine. And I don't think I want it cuz I think I kind of enjoy what I have right now.
Yeah.
But that's after years of dealing with it and figuring out coping mechanisms and all that stuff. So, but yeah, I don't think my illnesses have affected my ADHD in the slightest. Just because I don't know.
I mean, medication for me might have. I don't know, maybe for you. I don't know, but
yeah. I mean, yeah, without like subconsciously it could have, but
not noticeable.
No. Let's do one more question, and I really like this question.
Oh, hold on. I was just gonna say one other thing of when I was told that I had it. The two people I talked to right away was Dean, because Dean, I'm sure he doesn't mind me saying this, but he was medicated heavily for ADHD as a kid, and then my younger brother, who was also medicated very heavily for ADHD. Or maybe I shouldn't say his name, but whatever. We can bleep that out. Okay. So both of them have medicated heavily, and I just like talking to, especially Dean, because Dean has a really good grasp of that. What he said, he's like, this isn't a diagnosis. You don't like. He was like, it's just, you know, it's the way your brain processes stuff, and it's the way. He was like, this isn't a disease. He was like, but people want to medicate it like it is a disease because it can be, it can be like it can be annoying for other people because you have to do things a little differently. But don't let it become that thing of like, you're not different. It's just like it's not a nuisance. It's not an issue. It's just the way you think. And if it affects people, then they need to get over that. That has nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
I like Dean, because Dean was on it for so long, and he's like, fuck this, which I really like, because it's like, no, this is who I am.
Yeah.
It's the way I think it. I don't need to be different. I need to be me, and you guys, you know, need to understand who I am a little bit more.
Absolutely. And I love
that really
Dean
helped
for that.
me when thinking about medication and stuff.
Yeah, Dean, I uploaded a video the one where I was showing all of you guys TikToks, and there's a
Yeah.
minute and a half. This is edited down. A minute and a half of Dean staring at like this
Yeah.
corner ceiling, not saying anything, but going like, yeah, that's funny, and just like looking at the, and I was like, all right, and all the
Hey,
comments are about that, but I love him. It's great.
he's the best. He's the best.
Okay. This one is interesting, and I feel like I get this a lot. This one's from Catherine. Are there any specific things you'd want non-sick people to know about how to talk properly about sickness without making it about themselves? And this,
Don't ask how you're doing. Be honest with exactly what you're thinking, because most likely what you're thinking is what they're thinking.
Yeah.
And don't try to shy away, because you whatever you are actually thinking is probably their same thoughts. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
when you're trying to tiptoe and trying to be like, I don't want to say anything that'll upset you. That's what will upset you, is because you're treating them like they're different. So treat them like it's the same. Like, I think I've told this story already, but I had a friend, Joey, who came over, and he asked me, it was the first time this happened, he asked me if I was thinking about death. It was the first thing he asked me when I think I was in chemo, and he came over and he was just like, are you thinking about death? And I was like, every day. It was the first time anyone had said that, because I get that no one wants to bring it up because it's a scary thought, but I was so happy he did, because it gave me it gave me the chance to talk about my fears of death and what I thought about it. So that was really cool. So I think, because that's what everyone's thinking. Like, when you get diagnosed with stuff, like, are you worried about dying? Because I'm worried about you dying.
Yeah.
So are you worried about that? And, and it's person to person. So I think maybe just have an open conversation with them.
Yeah.
It's up to people's comfortability, because not everyone is going to be okay with talking about death. Not everyone is going to be okay to talk about their treatments. Some people like to be really private. So I think with whoever it is, whether it's a loved one or a friend, like whatever, just ask them. Just and try to be as honest as possible.
Yeah. I completely agree with that. I think it's like, because the in this, Catherine asked, like, how do you talk about sickness without making it about themselves? And what I think is interesting is, like, the only way to sort of make it about yourself is if you're consciously, like, I don't think that anybody's going to ask a question. I think it's more of a fear that people will make it about themselves. I don't think, unless you're consciously like, this is what am I going to do while you're sick or whatever, like, but other than that, I think the fear of making it about yourselves, like, just ask, like, the honest question, you know what I mean?
Well, and I think what you're trying to
dancing
say
around it is difficult.
And don't let your altruism be for yourself. Like, don't do something for them to make yourself feel like you're helping. Try to do stuff purely to help. You know what I mean? And because there's a lot of stuff, and as a sick person, you can tell when someone is doing something to make themselves feel better. So I think just do whatever. Just ask. And I think be open to when people who are sick say something that might be, a little angry or upset, or it's just listen to actually what they need. Don't get upset at them if they're like, I don't really want to talk about that. Or if they're like, just let them deal with it emotionally, because it can be tough.
Absolutely.
But just I think also treating someone normal is also important too. Like, just being like, because it sucks when you're hanging out and you can tell that something they like, whoever they're with wants to say something, but they don't know how. I think either say it or just treat them like it's any other day, because that's kind of what you're looking for. I remember going on walks, and it was really nice when, like, I would go on walks with Dean, or when I would see Curtis, or when I would be hanging at home with Eilish, and we would just do things normally. We would watch a movie, we would make jokes, and it was just that was the best time, because it was it helps get you through it, I think.
Absolutely. And just sort of not only asking the questions that you really want to know the answers to, and not worrying about that, but your tone of voice is super important. I was spoken to very, like, all the time, like, hi, like, how are you? Which is not how people talk, and it automatically makes me feel, oh, I'm going to die right now, and like this is the last time this person's talking to me. If you talk to me like I'm a full-on child, it really doesn't help.
You're not a dying baby.
No.
You can say like if you speak too loudly, it's not like my heart will stop then. Like, you can just talk to me.
Shane Dawson gets off to dying babies.
Oh God. And that's and there's your answer. Oh God. Yeah, Shane Dawson fucking sucks.
Yeah, speaking of dying babies, fuck the United States government and everything that they're doing.
Oh yeah. Fuck everything about the United States government, what they're doing.
Yeah.
And if you're one of these idiots who's like, oh, actually, like, fuck off.
Yeah.
It's a woman's choice. It's a person's choice, and you have no right. You have no fucking right to decide if someone can have a choice with their body or not.
If you're pro-life, you need to know, like, this is how wrong you are. Joe Rogan is pro-choice.
Yes.
The biggest doucher on the fucking planet is like, women need to have control of their bodies. Yep. So, like,
you're like, worse than Joe Rogan, you idiot losers.
Yeah. Oh, that's
holy shit.
Yeah, that's so funny. Also, I do wanna say, if anyone's still listening, DM me on Instagram if you have any experience with, like, Discord and making Discords, because I do want to do this, because that all in our heads bingo sheet that says talking about Discord but never actually doing it. You can't tick that off today, because we're going to do it. And if you have experience, DM me on Instagram and we'll figure it out.
We can try and set that up. Yeah, loop me in on that stuff, and we'll try and set it up this weekend, maybe.
Yeah, I guess we'll swing back around,
Swing back around. Check it out on the back end. I'll check out the analytics. All right.
Sure.
I gotta get going, buddy.
All right, sounds good.
That was a blast, and just remember, guys, if you're feeling sick, if you're feeling not so good, it's not true. You're fine.
You're
and
crazy.
It's all in your head. You're crazy.
It's all in your head. Yeah.
You're cuckoo. You're acting a little. You're nutso bagutso, and it's all in your head.
True that.
All right. I've been Jacob Andrew Sharpe.
I'm Jake Doolittle.
Oh God, my alarms. All right, and
and that's all in our heads.
That's all in our heads. Podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Go check out our social medias, and get ready to join the Discord, because it's happening.
True that.
All right, love you, buddy.
Love you too.
All right,
bye.